Hello everyone. So, did you ever wonder why do we buy things? What the psychology workflow that our brain go through in order to make that decision to buy or not? So, in fact, it all comes down to our status. And it's not only the social status, but it's the status according to our own values. Maybe for some values, they're gonna protect, the forest, others. We all have our own values, right? And these values reflect how we feel about ourselves. So basically, what's the status we have for ourselves, and how do we perceive ourselves, and how are we perceived by others. By our loved one, by people who that we cross in the street, come across in the street, etc. Basically, if you have a very shiny and sports car, people will perceive you as with a specific status, and not only a social status, but also with specific values. So it comes down to this status. When it comes down to this status, what is important is to understand is that it's all related to the emotion you're gonna feel, because the image you're gonna reflect, the image you're gonna share with others will provide you certain emotions. So basically, if people value you, you will feel a positive emotion. On the other way, if you have a bad behavior, etc., they are going to have a specific, they're gonna just put you down, basically. So what I would suggest you is to really feel and identify what are the emotions that you want your users to feel, and to target that first. Because if you do not move people, they are not going to buy your stuff. If you do not show them what does it feel to have your product, what it can change to their life, they are not going to buy your stuff. And only once they feel something, they get a positive emotion, then they will be ready to listen what arguments do you have. And in that case, we're going to move to the second step of sales, which is the logical reason to buy something. And the logical reasons might be it works that way, basically the framework, how does it work, what's the experience to use and to have that product. Or another logical reason could be a testimonial, what this product did for someone else, how it helped them, where they are today, where they were at that time, etc. All the logical reason to make the purchase relevant. And we all need that. I mean, if recently I just bought the last iPad, and before I made my purchase, I wanted this iPad, but I didn't really know why. So I went through all the logical reason why it's very, very performing, effective. I can get some having a better productivity just by using it, etc., how it can be helpful. So I went through all the logical reasons before to make the decision to buy it. And it's also important to just justify to people around us, etc., that, to your wife, to your husband, that you want to make that purchase for this and this and these reasons. That's also why it can be sometimes a bit hard to justify that you bought a sports car, because sports car is nothing but a logical reason. It's all about emotion, and it's about enjoying life and having things to just because maybe you love sports car and you don't know the reason why, or you can find some good reason. I don't have good reason, but I don't have sports car, but and I don't think I will ever have. Who knows? But anyway. That's logical reason. People need to find logical reason to buy something, to make a purchase for themselves and for others. And once you have that, there is a very last step, which is the fear of missing out. So basically, if you are not buying this stuff right now, you're going to lose 20%. Or you're going to lose this opportunity, or you're going to lose the opportunity to work with us, or to have these things, etc., etc. So the 3 steps, emotion, logical, and fear of missing out, are the 3, I would say, pillars of any sales. If you want to make a sales, you need to first get rid of to onboard people, to move them on the emotional level, then to provide them some logic reason to buy, and finally, to provide them a real reason to buy right now, and not in a month, in 1 year, etc., etc. So I hope it helps. And yeah, of course, it comes from that's something I learned at the Funnel Hacking Live last year, and that has been shared by Russell Brunson. It's one of his framework. But yeah, check it out if you need. Otherwise, I will see you in another episode very, very soon. Bye for now.